With the World Series tied at 1 game apiece, and frankly, the Texas Rangers had to fight and claw and scratch to win in extras in game 2 after getting beat up in game 1. Losing 2 star players, not really how you want to start game 3. And yet you see at the end a 3-1 hard scratched victory. And now that pivotal game 3 win for the Texas Rangers, they take a 2-1 series lead. Brice Paterik from Locked On Rangers joins me now. And Brice, it had to have been uneasy feelings in Rangers fans' stomachs for this one. How are they able to pull this out despite 2 huge injuries?
By the skin of their teeth, actually. I mean, that game 1 walk-off was incredible, and these Rangers were outplayed in most of the first couple games, but hey, it didn't really matter. The series was tied up 1-1, and this team did what it did best, and it put up a big crooked number in the 3rd inning, and it relied on their bullpen because why not? Why wouldn't it be? And, I was saying for my preview of this game is Max Scherzer, he's just been there. He's done that. I mean, against a rookie, Brandon Pfaadt, who was pretty good in this one. I mean, I don't know which you would rather take, 3 shutout innings or 5 1/3 3-run innings. I think I'd take the shutout innings and the lead at that point. But John Gray coming in relief, having the performance of his freaking lifetime at 3 innings of shutout ball, and would have been 3 perfect innings if not for a ball that just kind of went through Marcus Semion's glove in one of the final batters that he faced. But hey, that'll do for the Rangers. I mean, just 1 run given up by, of course, Aroldis Chapman, which is always they call it the Aroldis Chapman experience for a reason. It is never dull. I'll give him that. And then Jose Leclerc coming in, being shut down. You would have liked to have seen a little bit more from this Rangers offense, but I mean, you had not just the 2 injuries that happened, but 2 other near injuries. There was an injury delay with Chapman after 2 outs. You thought, okay, what was that about? That was much shorter, but Josh Sborz also with, I believe, 2 outs, came up and looked like he was hurting. He ended up staying in this game and finishing off that inning, but this was an absolute nail biter. And these are the type of games that the Rangers did not win in the regular season. This is now 2 out of their 3 World Series games where they have won a game like this. It is got to be incredibly encouraging for Rangers fans.
Yeah, they're having to ride the Aroldis coaster, certainly, and they don't really have another choice. And thank you. I flipped the games that I mentioned, the outcomes, game 1 and game 2. It was the walk-off in game 1 and then the blowout in game 2. So as we look forward here now, Max Scherzer was someone who was not a part of the end of the season because of this injury, but Adolis Garcia is someone who has carried their offense here over the last few weeks. So if this is an injury now for the World Series, and we don't know quite what's going on here, what his status is going to be moving forward, how big a loss could that be for them?
It would be huge, and not just offensively, but defensively. I mean, we saw in this game, the moment of the game really was throwing out the runner at Christian Walker at home plate. I mean, it was a tie game at that point, and his arm is one of, if not the best in all of baseball at throwing guys out. It's not just a strong arm, but is also very accurate, and he absolutely nailed Christian Walker at the plate. And so if the Rangers don't have him in right field, it's going to be either Travis Jankowski, who we saw late in this one, a very light-hitting outfielder, lefty, who does not hit lefties well at all. Or you see Robbie Grossman out there, who has been, to put it lightly, misadventurous in right field. Or maybe you'll see Evan Carter, whose arm is fine, but nowhere near Adolis Garcia's. Either way, it's going to cause some problems for the Rangers defensively that right now, if everyone's healthy, have one of the best defensive outfields in all baseball. But if Adolis Garcia is out for any prolonged stretch of time, it is a big problem for this team offensively and defensively.